Today, we're going to find out how much fun we can have and still be legal. Welcome to Robert's British Cars. This is the restoration of the 1964 MGB Part 7. In case you're not following along, I'm restoring this 1964 MGB. What I do is I go after a particular component like a transmission, differential, and restore it, pack it away until we have the body painted. Then we're going to reassemble it. Today, I'm going to go after what's left of the interior and the stuff inside the door that I refer to as the door guts. As you can see, the passenger door is pretty much intact with the quarter window there, as is the windshield and the dashboard, but the driver's door, I've pretty much taken everything out of it. Here's some of the door guts, and here's the rest of the door guts, and here is a spider. This is a bigger spider. So back to working on the car. Well, I guess we can't get the door open. That sucks. Well, the key turns in the lock, and I can operate the door handle, so I'm going to try this. No. I think it's stuck. I can't get the door open. So to quote my former boss, when he would be yelling at me, and I would hit him with a left jab of logic followed by a right cross of reality and finish him off with an uppercut of what the heck were you thinking, he would look at me and say, I guess we'll circle back to this at a later time. So moving on, I just took off the hood release cable, and as you can see, this looks like it's the original equipment. Most people would just say, oh, well, we're throwing this out and we'll go buy a new one. But what I'm going to do is I think I can bring this back to like new condition, and it's totally serviceable. So this is what it looks like now. We'll see what it looks like when I get done with it. And this is how the hood cable turned out.
Oh, while I'm under here, let's see what we got going on for the throttle cable.
Well, as you can see, this should just pull right out of there, but it's being very stubborn and rusty. First, I'll try a little liquid wrench here. Let those sit. Oh, there's another one. You can put a liquid wrench on there. Let's see if we can get these out. That would be a no. That would be an oh no. Well, I have a vice grip on the head of that little bolt. I'm going to put a little more liquid wrench in there. And I'm going to try to work it out. I'm still wiggling and turning it a little bit at a time, but that's what it's going to take. And then we'll do the other one. You know, while I'm in here, I think I'll see about getting these off. Doesn't look too hard, so it should only take half a day. Well, I got a little wrench here. See if I can break those little nuts loose. Let's check our progress so far. I got 4 of these little, they go here, they keep the hood from rattling around. Put those down here, and here is the throttle cable. And as you can see, it's here, and then this was the business end. It ended up breaking there, and it's broken here. This I am not going to try to bring back. This I am going to throw away and buy a new one. Okay, here's a door card. That goes over there. Here's the old interior, all laid out nicely on my driveway. And you see those pictures of the new ones all laid out and they look so nice. Well, here's an old crappy interior. I want to show you something that I noticed besides the cat.
This interior was blue, and then it was painted black.
I think it was painted because when you look at the panels, you can see the pattern of the spray. One other interesting thing I wanted to point out, this is the door card. This is the back of it. This is where the cutout for the door latch goes, and this is the hole where the door lock goes. So when I'm going to buy new door cards, I have to make sure that the door cards have these cutouts in them, because those are only in early MGs. Let's circle back to how we managed to get the door open. The door wouldn't open because it was locked. Let me try to explain. This is the door that was locked, okay? Here's the locking mechanism. We'll put our knob on the back of it, and as you see when you turn it, the one finger is broken off. I found that finger in the bottom of the door that broke off of here. So the door got locked, and when someone tried to unlock it, they broke that off, and the door has been locked ever since. That's why it wouldn't open. When I took off the door card, I managed to get a screwdriver in here and just move that striker back enough to get the door open. I hope I made that confusing enough. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the junk we have to deal with. I'm taking the brackets out of the bottom of the door. I believe this one sits in the door, something like that. And when you crank the window down, it rests on it. That one I got out. The one up in the front here looks like this. And that bolts right here. And it attaches to the bottom of the wing window that comes down here, and it bolts on right here. I got that one out. This one, not so much. Well, as you can see, I finally got this bracket out. Here's our stuff. The red cloth is the right door. The blue cloth is the left door. I tried to lay out all the stuff that we just took out of the doors. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to recondition and what I'm going to replace. Let's take a look at the door locks. These I can recondition. The brackets that were inside the doors, supporting the window and holding down the rails, these I'm just going to clean up and repaint them and reuse them. The window mechanism and the door handles, recondition. These are the screws that held on the interior panels. I'm not going to try to reuse those. I'm just going to buy all brand new ones. This is interesting. This is the rail that holds the back window in, the back of the window in. And as you can see, it's pretty crappy. Now, I can probably get all the rust off of here and repaint them, and then buy the new stuff that goes in the groove there, the new seal. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try to clean these up and reuse them or just buy new ones. How about the wing windows? These I can recondition. I'll replace the rubber seal, of course. The flex padding in the window rails, that I'm going to replace. The rubber cushions for the hood, I'm just going to buy new ones. However, the rubber door stops, I'm just going to clean them up. There's nothing wrong with these. All the little chrome pieces, I can polish these up and use them again. And of course, the little rubber seals that are on the outside of the window, we're going to replace these as well. Here's a couple of pricey items. This is the chrome ring trim that goes on the door by the door latch. And this is the lock knob. These are pricey, but I need them. So what are you going to do? The window crank and the door handles, I'm going to try to reuse them. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the door cap. On later MGBs, this was one piece. On the early ones, this is two pieces. And this happens to be two pieces of junk. My concern is, what color do I buy? I believe originally these were black with the blue piping. So that would go like that. Both pieces of vinyl were black, and then the rest of the interior was blue. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to do some research. But these are going to be replaced. No kidding. So now I'm trying to clean up some of these parts from the car. And maybe you remember a couple of episodes back when I drained the gas out of the gas tank that had been sitting in that gas tank for like, 20, 30 years or so. Well, guess what I'm using to clean parts? I saved the gas, and now I'm using it to clean up the old parts. Here's a door lock. This is my Houdini lock spray. We're going to put that in there, maybe. Am I getting this? Yeah. And then we're going to see what comes out. Yeah. 50 years of crud. And this is all you need. This Houdini is all you need. You don't need graphite. You don't need oil or anything else. That'll clean it and lubricate my lock. Let's see what happens. Where's the key? Where is my key? Here it is. Here's the key. Let's see what we've got going here. Oh, like butter. Remember these brackets that were in the bottom of the door? Well, they've been soaking in the POR 15 rust remover for a couple days now. Let's take them out and see if they got cleaned up. This is the same solution I used on the brake drums a couple episodes ago. I just poured it off into the container and I'm reusing it. And there you go. Look at that. The rust is off. And all that's left is the paint. Amazing stuff. That's one piece. Let's grab another one here. Oh, a big one. Let's go for the big one. Wild stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these cleaned up, and then I'm going to paint them with POR 15, and then a color. But look how nice they came out. No rust. This is an example of the little rusty nuts and bolts that went on our door brackets. Here is a door bracket. These are the new ones. We'll put the new ones in our reconditioned bracket, put on the washers, put on the nut, maybe, and there you go. So here's what we took off the car, and here's what we're going to put back on the car. And here are all the door brackets. So here I am with the polishing compound, rubbing away on the wing windows, on the chrome. It was kind of pitted, but all I'm doing is putting the polishing compound on, rubbing it again, and then when I get done with that, I rub some more. There is no secret to this. It's just rubbing. Here's what the frame on the window itself came out looking like. Let's compare this to the old one. This is the other side. I haven't polished this one yet, but this is what it looked like. Okay, now here's the one that I just did. You can see both of them together. One is definitely shinier. Okay, I'm done polishing because I have no fingerprints left on my left hand. I'm going to try to install the rubber seal in here. I've done this before, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember. So let's see if we can figure it out together. I got my little tool here that has a curve in it. And basically all I'm going to do is try to push that under the lip. Get this side under the lip. Well, that was pretty good. Now I'm going to hold it in, and then turn it over and see about getting this side pushed in. There we go. Okay. We have this in on both sides. So now I'm just going to work my way around here and see how that plays out. I'm not sure, but I think this might be easier if I took this little chrome corner off. There's 3 screws. It's a screw like this, One of these on each side, and then a regular screw in the end. I'll get that with this little screwdriver. Don't lose these. This is why I'm working on a cloth. Stuff doesn't bounce. You know, you'll drop it, it'll bounce, and next thing you know, you're using my favorite line. Well, at least it's in the garage someplace. After about 40 minutes, I got the rubber seal in the channel, and it looks pretty good. This should go on from the bottom this way, like this, and look at, oh, the hole lines up. It fits right in there, just right on both sides. So I'll put the screws in now. Here's the wing window itself. Let's see about putting that in. I know that this has to go through this hole, and this has to ride in there like that. Put that in there. I put it in backwards. It doesn't go this way. Well, you know, I just can't seem to get this window in. And then I looked at the other seal. Right. This is the right one. This is the right vent. I thought I had the left vent. So, you know what that means? That means I can take this window out of here, maybe, and I need to put the correct rubber seal in here. So I can do this whole process all over again. Woohoo! Okay, we've got the correct seal in the correct frame. And then we'll try to pull this down like that here. And we'll see if the window is going to close and lock. Woohoo! Look what we did. I put the nut on the bottom of the window, and we're going to tighten this to where the window is snug enough when you open it like this that it's not floppy. And then we're going to call it done. So there you go. There is the rubber seal. Now we have to put in the felt channel. Well, all of our door guts are cleaned up and ready to get bagged and tagged and put away. Before I do that, though, I want to see how much money we spent on all this stuff. At the end of our last episode, we were at $2,802.53. Here's what we spent. Door handle, $10. Door top rubber seals left and right, $8.99 each. A set of screws for the panels, $19.99. The door lock knob, $33.73. The door lock finisher, $44.80. How about those old rusty window rails? eBay, 2 for $25. Remember the broken door lock? eBay, $30. Door handle, $21. The little rubber stops for the door handles, $3.98. The seals around the vent window were $7.79 each. The seals between the vent window and the door were $2.72 each. 4 little hood bumpers, $7.96. Buffers for the door glass, $4.38. Door cap finisher set, $32.29. Door cap finisher set screws, $2.99. Throttle cable, $10.99. Throttle cable guide, $4.39. So that's a total of $323.96, added on to our previous total of $2,802.53. And so far with this project, we are into it for $3,126.59. So if you're enjoying the restoration of this 1964 MGB, please subscribe. Next time, we're going to be doing the dashboard, the gauges, and we'll be doing some painting. Woohoo, I can't wait. We'll see you next lap.